Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Many thanks for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting international craft beers with Dr. Dave. Fantastic. Now for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today. Oh, we got a beer all the way from Thailand. I visited Thailand many years ago. I'm telling you, it's an interesting place. I don't think I'd want to go back there now, but yeah, when you're young and it's a good place to visit, no doubt. Well, this is the Chang Brewing Company. Now, this is their premium lager classic beer. I don't know what makes it classic. Don't ask me to pronounce the name of the city that this is brewed in because it's not going to happen. Now, I do notice that this is 10.82 ounces. So I don't know what that is. Oh, here it says right here 320 milliliters. I don't believe I've ever had a bottle that size before. And I wrote down the alcohol because I knew I'd forget it. It's 5% alcohol by volume. Yeah. And this is brewed with rice. Brewed with rice. And it's an Asian beer. So Asian beers are almost always malty and they're brewed with rice. It's just a fact of life. Yeah. Rice is a big commodity in all Asian countries. And I do not have a bottle cap from this brewery, so I'll be saving that to the fridge. I tell you what, if that fridge ever breaks, I'm going to have a lot of work to do taking those bottle caps off because what I do is I super glue the magnet to the back of the bottle cap and then I put it on the fridge. But you still got to take them off, right? Yeah. Do the math. See how many magnets are on there. Wow, that's a lot lighter than I remember it. Yeah, I went to Bangkok, Thailand when I was a young man. Spent almost 2 weeks there. Yeah, it's dirt cheap, man. If you're an American and you have dollars, well, now this is a long time ago. This is, I hate to say how many years ago, 40 years ago. Yeah, 40, almost 45 years ago. Yeah, you can still live very cheaply though. If you have American dollars, you're king. You're a king, man. And unfortunately, the women there are mostly poor, and that's what they want. They want an American with money. That's what they want. They want to really um, not necessarily marry an American, but they want to go to the States and live. Uh, yeah, it's just it's not for me, man. I tell you. Extremely light color there. Beautiful though. It's a beautiful golden color. It built up quite a bit of foam here. If you prefer the word head, I don't care. Man, yeah, and it's a solid head. It's not going to go away anytime soon. The carbonation in there is not a whole lot. It's not a whole lot because remember it's brewed with rice. And there are probably some other adjunct in here that they don't tell me on the bottle, but I don't recall ever seeing a 320 milliliter bottle of beer. It's 330 is the international standard, so I don't know. Let's see what we can pick up in the aroma, though. Just a little bit of sweetness in the aroma, and it's probably from the rice. Yeah, I had this beer plenty of times when I was there, along with there's another beer I can't recall. Man, they're dirt cheap though. Well, when I was there, it's been a long time ago, but even today, you can get beers for less than $1. You can get a 16-ounce beer for less than $1. Yeah, their money is called baht, BAHT, baht. I mean, they got nice hotel rooms. They're clean. And for the most part, they're quiet unless you get one right above a bar. Yeah. But anyway, my friends, let's thank the brewers there in Thailand because I don't care what country you're in. Brewing beer is a laborious process. Even if you use computers, man, you got to pay attention to every detail. So many thanks to the brewers who brought this to America, and cheers to you at home. It's a bit sweet. It's a bit sweet, and that's from the rice. That's from the rice. Um, a lot of brewers, if they're going to use an adjunct, they'll use rice or they'll use corn, and that's just to cut corners on the cost of the beer. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad beer that's going to turn your nose up at. This is a very decent beer. It's easy drinking, it's non offensive, and believe me, it goes well with Thai cuisine. No doubt about it. Now, I've only had Thai cuisine a couple times since I visited there. It's okay. It's just like other parts of the world. Rice is the main accompaniment to all meals. You can have an entire meal based around the rice. And that's what Thai cuisine's all about. And that's why this beer is constructed the way it is. Now, a lot of people will turn their nose up at this and say, "Oh, I don't like that. It tastes too sweet." But I tell you what, this is no better and it's no worse than the American macro lagers because as long as you keep this beer cool, not necessarily ice cold, as long as you keep this beer cool, it's highly drinkable. But in that heat in Thailand, it's not going to take long for this beer to warm up because hardly anywhere you go in Thailand is air conditioned. Everything is outdoors and they have ceiling fans. Of course, the nicer nightclubs, yeah, they're air conditioned. They have air conditioning there. But yeah, you let this beer sit out in the city of Bangkok, and it's only going to take about 10 minutes before it's undrinkable. So you got to drink them quick, no doubt about it. And that's dangerous in a city where you're the stranger. Yeah, you got to be careful, man. You see, this pours out quite lovely. Look at it. Isn't that nice? It's a very beautiful looking beer. Now, if you've never had a beer from Thailand, there's several varieties available. I'm thinking Tiger. Is Tiger one of them? Tiger. And then there's another one. I just had another one recently, and I can't think of the darn name of it. But yeah, they brew some decent beers. Now, they're a little bit on the sweet side from the rice, but they're not overly sweet. They're not horrible beers. They're not offensive. They're not offensive at all. You want to impress your friends at the next barbecue? Serve this beer. And they'll say, "Oh, wow, man, this guy's got imported beer from Thailand." You never know. You might run into somebody who's been in Thailand. So, oh yeah, I had that beer. It's not bad. But yeah, it's a light-bodied beer. Everything about this beer is light, light-bodied, light mouthfeel, light carbonation. But the carbonation, the head lasts. Look at that. It's not going anywhere. It's a well-crafted beer. It's a well-crafted beer. So if you haven't had it, man, try it. Or go to a Asian restaurant. A lot of Asian restaurants, be surprised the beers they have on tap. They just might have this on tap, and I bet it's really good on tap. Yeah. Anyway, my friends, life is short. Let's be happy, and to that end, until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes, and as always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina, and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure, but the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast, and if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has two locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie, and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month. And there's a lot of beers in there that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, Best Damn Beer Shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me, what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer, you let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my Pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera. But I would sell these at cost. Now, I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made. So I would sell them at the same price. Now I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and you know, I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says, cheers to that.